Hello, 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 hello guys, welcome to the video. Sorry, welcome to the stream. Today we will be playing Genshin Impact. We will be continuing the yesterday's quest. We were making a video, that's why I said video. Okay. Boom. So yesterday we stopped at this one, right? Yeah, I need to. We need to finish this quest. Wait, did I not unlock the 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶 waypoint? Are you serious right now? I swear I did, right? The frick? Okay, that's weird. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I swear I unlocked it.
いいものがたくさん手に入ったね。
Wait, it's right there. Can I swear this thing sucks our and takes our energy, you know? Whoa, 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 too fast. Wait, are we supposed to go here? Pushing them. Okay, let's clear this. I'm not sure if we are supposed to be here, but since we are here anyways.
やった。
Wait, why can I not? Okay, never mind.
リズムに乗って。
Oops. Wait, how? How the heck did I miss that? Never mind. Just started, okay? So don't judge my aim too much. Wait, there are notes. This is my 8th foray since I passed beyond that curtain and I have taken time to settle all observations for my investigations till now. Regrettably, as ever, I failed to obtain the answer I have been seeking. Once the patent fantastical accounts are set aside, the true history of 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶 appears to accord closely with the legends of the honored peoples of South. That is, the city of 𝗬𝘳 was destroyed by celestial nail sent down from above. Tales of this nature about throughout throughout give me a second guys. Okay, I am getting a shock from my mobile. Is it because I am charging or? Okay, once the path interstellar celestial syndrome from above, tales of nature about throughout. Tales of this nature abound throughout 𝗕𝗏𝗃. I gravely doubt that the outcomes of these stories would have differed even had the so-called angels led them therein. In the records I have unearthed in the course of my search, an individual known as the Saint appears time and time. Wait, the records I have unearthed in the course of my research, an individual known as the Saint appears time and time. His true name, it would seem, was Anaxis. And it was he who instigated the rebellion that voted eventual destruction. What? Wait, so is this the outsider? And it was he who instigated the rebellion that occurred eventual destruction, that quoted eventual destruction. He was in all likelihood a prophet of some kind. The annals of mankind have never lacked figures of his ilk who, implied by nothing but a fit of passion and unsubstantiated conviction, ultimately sent countless others beyond the 𝗕𝗏𝗃 of return to be utterly consumed by folly. Delusion appears to innate to mankind. Okay. A feeling that I, as one of the fair, have never understood when I recall the motherland that should have endured through this day, and was instead reduced to its present state by this man's folly. My revulsion only intensifies. Yet -- admonishes me that it is ill-befitting to judge historical figures capriciously, and so I shall reserve further judgment until the facts of the matter are fully established. Furthermore, were that the sum of history, how would one explain my very existence? How can I be to be? How come I to be born in a breeding ground amidst the remains of a giant dragon? What? Remains of a giant dragon. Millennia after the motherland's annihilation, why too did the great judge fail to purge the shadow realm? Great judge, in which I now stand, the very moment it first emerged, all that I have witnessed here far surpasses any creation known to our age. Could such wonders truly have been wrought by the hands of a man? An angel? Oh, I have discussed these questions at great length with his reluctance. His reluctance notwithstanding, at the very least, he has elected or not to drive me away. Doubtless on account of all my efforts in restoring this castle. ఏంటిది వద్దు. In restoring this castle. Meanwhile, the motives of the observers, of the usurpers, and the purpose of the great judge remains stubbornly resistant to all prying, much like these fog-shrouded ruins. I should go back now. It would seem that I am far better suited to a life spent riding in the wind across the frozen wastes. Notes by a certain noble individual. I wonder who this was written by. Below. Oh, how do we go there? Okay, we can go that way, but we're supposed to go there. Oh. This whole place, like, not yet. Oh, wait. The heck? Paulina, so this is the result of the research you promised to show me at the dinner party? Ah, but I never imagined you would apply it to your own kin. This was entirely of their own will. They had little time left as it was, and their final wish was to be of service to you. Thanks to the sacrifice, Kosha and I were able to make clear just what the 𝗕𝘅𝗽𝗍 you brought from the Shadow Realm, from the ruins of Hyperborea, truly is. Conclusion. It is the remnant of some forbidden experiments conducted during the age of Hyperborea. It possesses unimaginable power and its composition is complex. Within it is not only some peculiar flesh, but also the power of the light realm that has been more modified to specialize in acts of creation, as well as, in short, it possesses unimaginable power. It comes into contact with life and alters it. Then these life forms will gradually shift towards a certain tendency, ultimately converging into a single pattern. Forgive my overreaching, but the way the power flows within these altered life forms is remarkably similar to yours. Of course, they could never reach the heights you have. What? But the way power flows within these altered life forms. For an artificial race like Fae, this is not a power that can be fully contained by a body that has only been somewhat modified. But Koshek, he cannot make this request of you himself, for he bears guilt, yet he believes that if the experiment is to proceed further, perhaps it is unnecessary for us to obtain your body. What? Then take it. My blood, my flesh, if it is to fulfill the great work our ancestors left unfinished, if it is to carry this world one step further, if in the end it will all have been worth it, then take them as much as you need. Wait, so it's 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗵 that start talking. On behalf of all who will step into tomorrow and all who may yet to be saved, I thank you for your generosity. Interesting. What are you seeing? Okay. Okay, so okay, that's how you wanna do it. I just
こいつはどうだ。
𝗕𝗅𝗽𝗵𝗆一休み。
殺生。
チャージ。
wait, we have something here. Even the notes.
どれも大事な物資だ。
Okay, let's see.
いい感じ。
Sharpness that seized upon wondrous creation. What? By 3 for a number 86. 86? It is necessary that the many significant findings made over the last few years to be recorded here with. Through great effort, I have finally determined what transpired when the passage opened. The world of shadow may be likened to a film of oil resting upon the known world, and it is this film which separates 𝗕𝗲𝗃 from abyss in the beyond. Really, this film exists not merely on the spatial and material plane, but at the very intersections of the temporal and spiritual. When I foolishly opened this passage, it was as though I had inflicted a great gash in time across the entire shadow realm, through which the abyss now pours its filth into this world without end. But owing to the unique nature of the shadow realm, this corruption of our world has primarily manifested as a slow seepage. Though the process is irreversible, the threat remains manageable for the present. Might this stem from the fact that the shadow realm teems with possibilities yet unobserved? Should we follow this hypothesis, the relation between shadow realm and the abyss may be one that is fundamentally antithetical and mutually repellent, explaining why the realm has remained untamed to this day. But the wonderful though this possibility may seem, it is not without its price. Here, substance does not exist in a stable form, or rather, there is no true form, nor is any correct concretion possible. Yet, whatever the truth may be the science that brought the shadow realm into being lies beyond the grasp of even a sovereigns of this world. Undoubtedly, it is not a product of our world. The discoveries made thus far, however, complicate any explanation of why shadow realm might have come to be. Could the protective or shielding effect the realm exerts upon our world would be merely an outgrowth, and unintended consequences of the memories of the saint left behind in the eternal void, in defiance of the fate the events had originated. Events had ordained for him. Why the abyss continues to seep into this world obscure remains obscure, though it is my firm belief that it bears some relation to the very purpose of which the saint created shadow. The above deductions were drawn from the information I have gathered within the ruins. Within the ruins, while many questions remain unresolved, the one thing we already know for certain is we, the Fae, were not born to be the servants of the humans of the Golden Realm as legend states. Those who have misrepresented us as slaves did so out of sheer fear of our existence amongst men. In fact, deep within these ruins that have since been covered by the sands, I have glimpsed the far more noble and grand ambition with which we were once entrusted, and in the oldest of the records, I have also glimpsed the earliest name of the Fae, 𝗙𝘂𝗵𝗁𝗍𝗔, or the evolved children of humanity. Evolved children of humanity. Okay.
やった。
Is this an artifact, I guess? Okay. Sharpness that seized upon this world. Wait, am I not supposed to... There's only one place? Okay. I mean one door. Wait, are you serious? How the... okay. I was like, how the heck do I get to the top? I see something. Whoa, 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 come on, be careful. Another artifact here. But why is it purple though? Enter, okay. Okay. 𝗚𝗓𝗏446. 446. The records found alongside the employee or ATA for short have provided a significantly clear picture of the matter, which is noted as follows. The saint had come to Hyperborea in a search of that light from the very genesis of the world. A fragment left behind at its inception It is a light that is undissipated of itself, a light that holds potential to illuminate the entire cosmos. From what I have seen of it projected in that house of ministry, what I have seen house of ministry, it is also the very same light that brought about my birth. He brought down something from events merely to ascertain whether the light was truly extinguished. He then launched that advance which was destined to fail against the fate. Fate that ruled over the entire world and was consequently punished. Redacted was right. Hyperborea's fate had been sealed long before the saint arrived. That long-written decree to annihilate the Golden Realm was the one that even the eldest daughter of angels could not alter, and all the men who remained faithful to the future could do was stave off the execution of that judgment for a mere 30 years. This fact alone is more than enough to disapprove all of my earlier conclusions. As for the truth about 𝗕𝗲𝗵𝗏, I fear that the conclusion I have reached may be far too terrible to put to paper. 30 years. As for the truth about I fear that the conclusion I have reached may be far too terrible to put down. That never refracted light signified a boundless array of possibilities in its pure whiteness. However, man chose to confine it to a far narrower band of years in the name of certainty, and so lost that very first shadow which the purest of light had cast into the world. And time moves in a loops and circuits. Therefore, whenever we lay down an anchor into the flame, the abyss will naturally lay an anchor into us at the end of time as well. I summarize this as something the saint had long discovered. Perhaps he had even glimpsed that end of the path where the primordial first light had become spent, and thus resolved to cast himself heading out into the last light. Once we place this conclusion alongside the history of various nations, one seemingly unrelated events convey into coherent narrative, and even memories cannot be fully retained in the ley lines, and that will likely to be even if memories can not be retained in the ley lines, that will and the desire to defy heavens will nevertheless endure like the stars through a field to survive and remain. Both the goddesses of flower in summer and shade prophesy the rising of waters in fountains sought to build systems that would stand independent of both Linux and Armenia. Though this one may not be unable to inflict substantial damage upon this and grinding. Substantial damage. A few rents and fishes sufficient to loosen the threads of fate. As the histories I have read, at least these defiers have indeed left their mark in Natland. The reins of power have been assumed by the other indefinitely appointed sacred lord, while in the fountain, rumors have somehow been able to elude the gaze of the high heavens and transmit their arts. Albeit in fashion distorted, now at least I understand the great abundance. Great ambition once placed in my hands, and the responsibility I am meant to bear. Nor that filth which continues to seep into the world, but there are other attempts to atone for that sin, or rather only by attempting to this matter. Grave wrong I have committed only by ascending to that seat high up in the court of the stars and accomplish that grand undertaking which our forebears could not achieve. Of total destruction be averted. I could have gone directly to there. Okay, now I swear I unlocked this 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶 right yesterday. Wait. scientific. Right, okay.
蒼天。セカンドモードチャージ。リロード。
Okay, I should be there, but how are we supposed to come here? That's the thing I forgot.
リロード。弾切れだ。 リロード。弾切れだ。
Okay, I don't understand how to get inside here.
どれも大事な物資だ。装填。
Okay. I still don't know how to get inside.
𝗬𝘀。作戦変更。リロード。
Through the suspended tower, but how? Am I supposed to freeze this?
弾切れだ。
Of course. Wow. This whole time it was just that. Wow, so much for that. Or is it a dish?
装填。チャージ。
Think that's good, right? I sense that we are getting closer to the boss. A boss battle. Find a way to open the gates. Oh. Oh, okay. H.
Yo.
Huh?
弾切れだ。
Oh. Okay.
モード切り替え照射。
Oh wait. The heck? Oh, so that's how it is. Yep. We just have to time it at the right time. Another artifact, but
悪くない
this is also 4-star. Okay, this is note 5. So these are all notes written by 𝗬𝘂𝗍𝘂. My mind is made up. I shall accept the remains of the innocent along with the throne promised by heavens. If only to ensure that the sacrifices of survivors and forgotten shall never be in vain. In those days, neither saint nor the people of Golden Realm knew that the will which once ruled the ancient universe had not yet been extinguished, and thus none could ascend the throne they had prepared. Yet the spark they kindled has borne fruit thousands of years hence. That fruit was I, the posthumous child of that primordial first light. The throne bestowed by heavens has proven to be far heavier than I ever imagined. It is only after claiming it that I finally understood that the bitter expression on his face when I first passed through the passage. Redacted could not reveal the secrets of ages past to me, for he bore the very same shadows that now bind me. Even so, I do not regret my decision, for this has always been my calling, the very purpose for which I was born upon this earth. The most glorious and the most base alike have been swept away, their memories erased by that artificer who toys with living beings. In that eternal tyranny, history has been reduced to a blank slate time and time again, till all progress, all that might be further built upon. The future itself has been rendered forever impossible. And so to those who endure, never forget. Never forget either the great or the nameless, each of whom have offered up their own word in the today in which we now live shall one day become a history. And when the future at last arrives, all shall be able, as I have, to look back upon the millennia of turmoil that came before and recount their tale. It is my hope that when the day comes, none shall be forced to shift through dust and ruins in search of the faintest traces of the past, and that the names of those heroes shall instead live on in the songs of the people as they sing in praise of that dread sentence left unfulfilled and of dream in which so many once placed their hopes. So interesting, right? So am I going to that? This whole castle is all over the place. Oh, other way. So how do I get the statue?
よっと
Wait. What? Really? Ancient stone billboard with engravings on it. What? Let the two statues pass rightful place, thus. Two. Okay. I think it's talking about these two.
送電
Wait, what happened to this one? What? Oh, wait. So for this, even the whole thing down there changes. So we need that here, but how? Oh, wait, perhaps we should check if the transmission what? I didn't even get it. Once used techniques to modify synagogue using the 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗵 produce she could cause nerves body to gain power suppressing their races due. Product of forbidden hyperborean research, the master crafters of once glorious golden city had grasped the technology needed to modify the very essence of life. It was The final result of that forbidden technology. His Majesty so it's because of 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗿 was destroyed, and then similar to it, Kandrian was also doing something, probably something related to alchemy or something, and then it was destroyed again. His 𝗏𝗃𝗃 appears to have obtained it not long after he dwelled into the Shadow Realm. However, he only chose to engage in native research sometime after this. No one knows why His Majesty the Tsar chose to do such a thing. Interesting. Mm-hmm.
いいものがたくさん手に入ったね。
That is true. Why did I go that way then? Was I supposed to go there or no? I don't know.
玉切れだ。
The more ancient paimon gets. Okay, I didn't click that. The creature. That creature knows how to talk. We can reason with it and won't see us as intruder when it's gone. Whoa! Chill. But damn. It's time, right? Whoa.
いい感じ。
Okay, are you serious?
玉切れだ。
Destroy the animals?
勝者。
Wait, it has two heads. You are just as foolish as that woman. Why are you down into the abyss if you never come back?
いた。
Oh, wait. Oh.
どれも大事な物資だ。
Wait, what?
一休み。
What? I thought it was... Am I done? What the? Wait. Heck? What? I am so confused right now. Was I not supposed to destroy the door?
勝者。
Loyalty to eternity. So it's I recall this abhorrent smell now. You are just as foolish as where you have already come to this. See,
作戦変更。
I guess I just have to go through this. Please go. Okay. I guess the tower is collapsing.
リズムに乗って。装填。いい感じ。
Walked away from your past. Wait, it's not dead. Miserable cur, I know you are in there. I know you are hiding inside tiny little mechanism like a coward. Who is it talking about? You were long dead. Come out then. Come out and show yourself. Mistaken then. What? Far more to me than the rest of your existence. The face? Sacrifice of yours. What you are doing. That a person as powerful as and yet pure of heart as you actually exist in this world. I must warn you that companion of yours in that mechanism, inside that mechanism, they might not be as trustworthy as you think. Wait, that is true. I might have to destroy this eye of grave or fight it. As I know that there is a battle at the end of this quest, that's all I know. We are traveling with goggles here. Don't you dare speak ill of me. New friends over here about your friends from before. Really not know? No inkling that woman was pushed into the shadow realm while your body was split up into three. Three? That woman was pushed into the shadow realm while your body was split up into three. That is why you don't have all your powers now. You don't remember things because you don't have all your powers. I cannot believe this. This is beyond absurd. The grand power of age, like a spinning thread, it allows no escape. You may have lost all your memories and yet you have returned. Now stand here. Before that wretched and broken body of yours. They were all I want is to retrieve what is mine. Nothing you held was ever truly yours. Everything you had came from His Majesty. Our flesh, our blood, the very seed of our consciousness that was rooted into the core of our beings, they were all given to us by Him. Interesting. This is why I am a prototype just like you. Except that I was failed specimen and you eventually became the vessel for the key. But you should have never remained in existence. Your consciousness should have been erased long ago. Yeah, once again, what is this key? His body, that is, the only things in existence that are meaningful are in his body, his flesh and blood, because he was the perfect creation grown in his Majesty's likeness. They created his body for his Majesty. The only other thing worth anything at all would be his face. It looked exactly like that Tsar in the painting of him as a child. Oh, so this yellow form that we saw, the yellow body, Is 𝗬𝘁𝗧𝘀 childhood figure? Interesting. But if I were to see that fate again, I would tear it with my teeth and swallow it whole. Like clearly the same. 𝗬𝘁𝗧𝘀 was the name His Majesty bestowed upon me. I was the one who received this acknowledgement and praise. I was the one to whom he promised glory everlasting. So I had a useless, hopelessly ill-shapen form. He entrusted that my existence did not go to waste. Followed His Majesty to every battlefield, the one who resisted the dark tide of abyss, alongside the monsters and fail. Wait, that is true. This thing knows and saw what happened to 𝗬𝘁𝗧𝘀 at, in the during Khan reign, when it was destroyed. And I was the one who brought his lifeless body back from that pitch black ruin. Maybe I should have right there and then. I have watched over your long body for 5 centuries now. Time for me to follow in your footsteps. Right? Will my work, even the very final moment of my life, shall be for yours. Of us all. Wait, what happened? We may share the same flesh and blood, but we are not brothers. You, proto man, don't even have a name to call your own. And with that, the beast with the 2 heads falls limb, sheer will rather than body, strength. All this time drains away in an instant. Its form disappears like fine sand into the wind as a faint cry fades into dust. Wait, from the past? Past, no, okay. How may I serve you? That ancient involving that incident involving the human noble the other day, the one where I executed without authorization. What? He executed a human noble? Dispense with the terror. I have no intention to strike you down. The details of the matter are already known to me. I have given their report. The eldest son of the house solo chanced upon something he shouldn't have, and the fault clearly lies with the 2 of them. What? Your actions have spared 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗓 and others rather significant headache. Me, but helping him was the furthest thing from my mind. I only acted to ensure that private affairs remained entirely inviolable, and yet your own very existence to him, 𝗧𝘀. Perhaps he alone deserves the title of your father. Because he who created me gave me this deficient mind, tongue with which to speak. Yet that has not stopped him from looking upon me as a flawed creation that should have been destroyed from the very beginning. Your Majesty, must a creation forever bend the knee to its creator? Must a creation forever bend the knee to its creator? Surely even an imperfect being like myself cannot expect it to endure the neglect, the contempt, the unending wrath of one who fashioned me. Must the thing created always walk the path its maker has laid out and bow to his every caprice? Interesting. I wasn't speaking of you. None of that bears weight here, Zero. None of it. There are times when the sole matter of consequence is a path one resolves to take. And once the path is taken, no one ever looks back. For that alone is the matter of consequence. Your Majesty, I fear I have misspoken. Deepest apologies. I too have no bounds, bound myself to a chosen path, and shall know the touch of doubt no longer is yours, though you may hold an honor for such grace to be with me with. I forgive you for not following the orders of your Creator, solely for the sake of the one who offers it. Shoulder the burden of your expectation, because my life belongs to you, and I shall surrender it to you. I hope when the moment comes, you will remember that this choice too was entirely on my own. Emotional fluctuation detector, is it the same kind as before? So we are seeing Belithar's memories, or well, technically not. We saw things when he wasn't there either. This place has one week. Interesting. Wait, why does the traveler hasn't figured it out that it's Belithar? Because the thing they were called him His Majesty, right? Although it's been 500 years, he might have left something behind. Maybe you'll actually know your real name once you get all your powers back. It's a proto man. Interesting. Can now be used. New Shadow Realm training program. Alright, we have all these things. I need to explore these. Shooting range, okay. Okay. And then cycle training. Oh, nice. I can check. We need to do these things. 4 locations that I can see in the floating base. Oh, edge of survival. Okay, that's the thing that I wasn't able to. Why am I holding my gun like that? Okay, I think this is the last part, or not. Wait. What? Where does this go? Let's see. I see something. Oh wait, I came from this way. Interesting. Never mind. That shattered egg. Oh right, egg. I guess we will have the eye of grey, but we will destroy whatever inside the egg. It's like we won't combine them, I guess. Don't want to go in the center. Just want to see. Oh, I wonder, since I already explored this place in the. Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did this. One. And two. We read those in the flash back. Oh. And that's the secret door. Yep, we did all of this. Are you serious? But okay, I shouldn't have come here. Wow, they look the same but without all the things. So there's a chest there, and then wait, cannot go in. So I have to go above. Oh no, we can go here. And she say note, not a body. Piece of goggles, and someone's left a note to it. Always has paid the price for his crime of defiling the sacred form, and the flesh and blood taken by 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗵𝗵𝗿 have been recovered from what? All this time? Interesting. She was the one who brought this piece back from that city to 𝗧𝘀𝗵𝗵𝗏. I think now that's right. Didn't who this Alvis is? Definitely a name I heard. Hmm. Ah, right, the Grand Duke of 𝗕𝘁𝗵𝗏. So he was indeed a member of. There is not much more I can recall at the moment, unfortunately. Not. Okay, right. Should remove the charging. And the line written in here on its back, it says the final mission is thus return the flesh and blood of the king and begin a new era with the king. He again, once again. So they're trying to make 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗵𝗏𝗏 reborn, I think. But what happens to 𝗧𝘂𝗃? Given that my body is already shattered, I would not be able to reconstruct it even if have all my powers back. I'll have to place it somewhere. What? Someplace, huh? At the crafting bench, come to think of it, that's a 3 into 1 process 2, isn't it? 3 into 1. So if you want to fix goggles, where are we even supposed to take the pieces to? Shattered the flesh and blood, or rebuild the sacred form, reforge the key, and knock on the door on the other side. Return the flesh and the blood of the king, return them to the court of bliss. Court of bliss. Paimon is actually searching. Oh, it's above the room. Okay, it's right there. Oh, okay. And we have all the pieces now. Okay, Paimon thinks we. Let's check on that thing again. So we got a heart, body, and whatever this is. Look, we got a heart. Yeah, great to reclaim his physical form and visual. Interesting. Physical form once divided and seized by dome. More perfect being. Interesting. So can we do co-op now? Special combat and cannot complete this action. Okay. So before I start the quest, wait, where did I come from? Is this the place? Wait, no. Okay, there's a teleport right there. Okay, so let's go meeting point rewards. So we need to do some things. Well, some world quest. Okay. Our palace collapses into the blizzard. The song she sang. Same level 3. Interesting. Wait. Bailey and Chenry. We got 2. Wow, this is crazy. We actually got 2 already. 2 quests. I will do whatever that Edge of Tomorrow thing off stream. And I think these exploring, I think these are the 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think these are the locations that we need to explore. Before we do that, let me go here. What? Wow, I still cannot go there. Okay, wow. Let's just do this now then. We should have just done it in that case. Okay. What? Oh, this is for that. Okay, okay, interesting. Oh, wait, the heck? There are chests here. Mini train.
どれも大事な物資だ。
Transcender of two. Wait, I got a train. Indoor furnishing blueprints. We can build a train in this arena part, I think. All for a world free of sorrow. All for a world free of sorrow. The passage stands open, a new time grows brief. By the swiftness with which the abyss seeps into this world, it appears that all the contained within the celestial shall draw to a close within a few centuries. Rotwang has arrived at a similar conclusion after undertaking his own calculations. I fear I must set forth before long. Yet the plan I have set in motion shall not cease nonetheless. I am willing to give up all that I possess to further advance this world. For the sake of all who sacrifice for the future, I am willing to yield my blood, flesh, and even. See, this is what I mean. By that time, we fight with heavenly principles and stuff, alongside the 40. We will encounter that
蒼天
the abyss is a bigger problem. So that's why I'm not sure if we will defeat Ronova. Because Abyss could still technically corrupt Flash works in this world, right? Who says it cannot corrupt the shades themselves? How the frick did Ryan daughter found the Nabi's heart, bro? Like, how does that even make sense? I just don't get it. Like, where would you even find it? You just found it in a dungeon and just ate it. Like, how? It doesn't even make sense. But it's blocked. Right? Right. Creator me, yes. You're talking about right now. What? Organization guide a certain mighty power and created tomorrow a world where no one would ever suffer again. Hatred and flesh desire, selfish desire, court of bliss, held of beings. Thus shall a radiant world descend, where there ain't no distinction between human and human. And a god? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gods need not wield divine power, and humans need not rely on gods, as I remember it. But as for how it was to be accomplished, I'm sorry, but I do not know the full scope of the plan. Tool within it. Should I truly seek out the final power? Everything first, in roles as well plus a lot. We promised, okay. And I would that I was able to meet you both. Wait, am I supposed to do this after finishing everything, or can I just do this now? Surely I can
悪くない
just
収穫だ。
do this now, right? Well, it looks like this is where the entrance. Well, it's telling me to finish the quest, so wait, we can consume the Kresnik's energy. That's interesting. Blue lenses have disappeared. Wait, that is true. But no cause for concern. The once fragmented body, along with the consciousness bound to an inanimate matter, where they rightfully belong. You may leave the eye of Grey in my keeping for a time. In my estimation, it is a form of homecoming for it anyhow. What? Human form? He will not. Inhabit. He will inhabit another form and metamorphose into the true proto-man. I suppose this might be slightly different from what you imagine. Didn't he want his old body back? Not really. To think that reclaiming his old body is the only thought driving him is a cruelty. purpose from the beginning. That was all merely preparation for assimilating into and reforging a form of an even higher order. Made whole. Being changed into a form will all go into someone else's body. Is supposed to be a joke. Lol. Complications. It isn't hard to piece together. Okay, there is indeed a vessel left here at the Pale Crown Palace, where the old king of the Northern Realm has been interred. Yeah, so I was right. They are trying to make some 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗏 reborn. The 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗏's body. Yeah. Pile of bones, whereas his majesty is different. His body has remained. What? His body has remained alive even after the passing of his consciousness? What? What do you mean his body is remained alive even after dying? Think of him as the Tsar's white birch. In truth, we are speaking of ever-growing nerves of his husk, a shell that never truly perished, forever extending outward in longing. Does it? See, this is what I hate about the world quest. We are reviving 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗏 in this world quest, and we probably will fight him, right? And then probably will defeat him in this quest, right? And then we will say nothing in the main quest. Like even when we're talking to 𝗧𝘃𝗧, we will not mention anything about this whole stupid thing. So why are we even doing this now? Like, yeah, that's the only thing I hate about this. Sees its longing for what? Yeah, how truly unique. Although he was not a descender, interesting that you are comparing an archon to a descender. Although he was not a descender, he was of noble birth nevertheless. He was the culmination of Hyperborea's most advanced technologies, a being with a soul bestowed through nothing less than light itself. What? So Hyperborea created the Arca? The Hyperboreans even attempted to forge his body from the flesh and blood of primordial cryo dragon, just to give him authority equal to the one. What do you mean the one? Yeah, the one who? A will born alongside 𝗕𝗲𝗑, the master of light realms, or wait, the master of light realms, power at the very beginning, and the king of all dragon lords, 𝗕𝗲𝗪. What? Wait, this is the first time we are hearing this. 𝗕𝗲𝗪 was a master of light realms power at the very beginning, and a will born alongside 𝗕𝗲𝗑. Hyperboreans wanted to create 𝗕𝗲𝗪? A being with a soul bestowed through nothing less than light itself. His soul was born from the light itself, and then they attempted to forge his body from the blood of primordial cryo dragon, just to give him authority equal to 𝗕𝗲𝗪. What? Ever since his destruction, the place of primordial human, or Narayana, has sat vacant. What? Primordial human? But in the heavens above, the cold blades of ruler who must not be named should I say the long nails of theirs continue to hang high and pitiless over the world. Heavenly principles, I guess. They sought to create their own gods. So that's why they created 𝗬𝗟𝗪, but they couldn't possibly have called him that at that time. So they attempted to create the primordial human. The experiment went out of control. Otherwise, the golden city would still be standing tall upon this land today. We would not be standing atop this frozen expanse instead. What? Wait, when you say ever since his destruction, are you talking about 𝗕𝗲𝗪? Since 𝗕𝗲𝗪 died, the primordial or Narayana has sat vacant. But he became the cryo-archon. According to the record fragments we found inside the Shadow Realm, the corpse of the cryo dragon sovereign and their unchecked authority turned the whole Snezhnaya into the holy soil of primordial ice. Wait. So it's Cryo Dragon's body and it's his authority that made Snezhnaya that froze Nishnaya. Even the ley lines in the area were affected to the point that they became veins of pure crystal. That is, until that being witnessed this and sent their heavenly nail crashing down. What? Since the experiment was a failure, how did 𝗬𝘁𝗧𝘀 come about? Yeah, spun out of control, but it was not a failure. 1,000 years after that experiment and its cataclysmic impact finally cleared, His Majesty awoke from the remains of Cryo Dragon. What? He just woke up 1,000 years. Fully complete, as the experiment was never brought to its conclusion, and by the time 𝗙𝗏𝗃𝗏 had already sunk into the Shadow Realm, and the only ones seen in the land of ice and snow were the Fae. While most people believe 𝗬𝘁𝗧𝘀 to be some kind of extraordinary powerful Fae, his true identity is far more noble. 𝗙𝗏𝗃𝗏, which had created him, had already perished. He could have left it behind with ease, but he chose to accept it. He accepted that he was the failed product of primordial human project, and that included accepting all the responsibilities and consequences that come with it. He was even willing to embrace humankind in this frozen land that swarmed with monsters. He remained willing to become the true primordial human. This was a love, a grand and all-encompassing benevolence that we must never betray. And Goggles was the proto-man that was created after countless experiments, and the key that would allow His Majesty to become the primordial human. This is something that should have been started long ago. Majesty's final wish. His grand design. It is an endeavor I had originally planned to spend 20 years completing. But it took 500 years. Thus, in the world of tomorrow, a realm that had cast aside envy, hatred, and selfish desire, all shall be able to love one another as in the very beginning, and this love shall be in nature everlasting. That was the vision he described to us, but I understand it each differently. The love he spoke of was simply a kind of spiritual overflow. Spiritual overflow? It's just that this overflow runs dry beneath the weight of countless sorrows, and so those who once poured love begin to drain it from others. The surface turn into odors, and trust is supplanted by fear and suspicion. Yeah, I don't get it also. Take the sweet madam for instance. You must have found it utterly delicious the first time you have tasted it. But did it not taste quite as but it did not taste quite as delicious the second time, did you? And by the third time, when you find yourself completely sick of it altogether. I don't think that's how it works. That very first bite. But okay, let me put it this way. Once you keep eating the same thing, you will get sick. That is true, right? But when you get sick of it, you will stop. You will start eating something else, craving, right? And then when you will get sick of that thing, you will come back and eat this. Then you will feel the same feeling that you had. You know, that's how the cycle repeats itself. Not with something you need, something new. Like you won't try to. She's this is where she's wrong. You will, yes, you will crave something more delicious, right? But no, because in reality, you will eat something worse, and then you will eat something normal, but it will taste to you like it's the best thing in the world. And then when you get bored, you will eat something different, and you will think the same thing with that, right? And once you get used to that taste, you can just simply go back to whatever you had before. That's how our favorite dishes work. That's how we eat every day, daily, like literally. We literally eat the same things our whole life, and yet we never get bored of it. Why? Because if we get bored of it, we will get try to eat something else, right? And then we'll come back to the same thing that we like. What if it worked the other way around? What if you could eat the exact same feeling out of everything you eat? Okay, and that is bad. If you if if you could get the exact feeling out of everything you eat, whenever you eat, no matter how many times you eat, you will eventually get bored with of it all. With that feeling, that sense of being touched at your very core, and of those feelings, love would be most apparent of all. It is a kind of love that can never be extinguished, a love that is unchanging and everlasting. Being with such eternal love will become a real free from thereafter. Yeah, this is what I mean. But you will not find change though. Change is both good and bad of this world. Ravage all things? No, that's wrong. Passes it is a second that erodes the everlastingness of love. Wrong? Change is both good and bad. You are saying change is only bad. You're wrong. That's where you're wrong. See? Tasting the same. See? That's bad. What you eat anymore? Exactly. You can just eat snow then. That doesn't mean you would eat it? No, right? Paimon? Is to use the shadow realm. Light may soon cast its gaze towards shadow, but that still takes some time. I have a feeling that whatever she's trying to do will go wrong again, and we will have to stop it. We shall blanket the whole of Snezhnaya in the snow realm, in the shadow realm, and the entire world, so that all love may stand unchanging in a space with no beginning and no end. And thus we bring forth the coat of bliss. Wait. So in the shadow realm there is no element, power, and even the rulers slash shaders of heavenly principles watch over it. So because of that, if we cover the whole Snezhnaya and whole world in the shadow realm, then we will be free of those things. That is their plan, which does not make sense. Even the abyss would become lovable. Yeah, no way. So this is the thing. We are doing this whole thing. I want, when we meet 𝗓𝘅𝗧𝘀, I want her mentioning this about this whole thing, about 𝗬𝗟, about Proto Man, or about whatever they did before. She was an Archon, and her after you know her becoming an Archon, but that matters not, for the final understanding shall eventually come. This is why she took us. I mean, that. Oh, I can go. Okay. I was like, right, bruh. This thing is right here. Why am I not? Oh, she took the goggles. That's why we cannot go there. I am really am dumb. Whoa, run! Wait. Huh? Wait, she has a staff. We gotta. Oh no. Whoop. Oh, this is how. Okay, we are going into Shadow Realm in that new mode, I guess. Catch up with an R that used to be slow. Camper that seems naive, just as mansion. Here I am. 𝗘𝗅𝗽𝗵𝗴. Here I am. That's where we have to go. Ice. Here I am. Just like a hurricane. Okay, are you serious right now? Okay. Am I not supposed to go there? Like, what is happening? Okay. We are sliding forever now. We are going back to the overworld. So we are sliding across dimensions now. I guess there's no point. Wait, this is the place. Monster. What the fuck is that? There is no way Bailey's are looking like that, right? Holy. All we have to do is wait a little while longer. And kind of weird too. This is the Proto Man. And this thing was in an egg? Was able to see the value of this creation as well. Began to transform the consciousness to take root. His Majesty. Will this really be the 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝘀? This was the original body of the Tsar. What? This was the original body of Tsar. This is how he looked like? Body of Tsar, but he could change into a form of a Fae whenever speaking with us or traveling alongside other Fae. Form of a Fae. This is how he looked like? Now I have questions. Like, is 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗵 really his daughter? Or was she also created? Because it looked like these guys don't know that 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗵 is his daughter. Like, I'm confused. Unable to maintain his avatar even after death, he reverted to his original state, a magnificent, almost transcendental form. This is his original form? Told you this before. The face of Proto Man were actually modeled after the visage of His Majesty the 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝘀's human manifestation. He would not disappear after offering his flesh and blood to his majesty. Wait, am I dumb? So whatever protoman they created also had a consciousness. Meant to preserve him. Preserve protoman while 𝗏𝗏𝗃 took the body. Oh, so just like how 𝗏𝗏𝗃 also had a consciousness. But then what's the guarantee that it's going to be 𝗏𝗏𝗃 that's going to awake now? Make a gift of it to you. I trust that you will find a good use for it. Okay. Restored to original state, 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃 is now at your service. Part of the primordial human by now, to serve as the core of 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗵 of light, 𝗧𝘀𝗿 of light. This is something I am unable to return to you, but don't worry, you will no longer grieve this soon, since, well, look like you are about to grieve, so let's see then. Because the primordial human has awoken, okay? Wait, primordial human is talking? Bro, why can't they have this whole quest voiced like this is such an important and cool quest? This is literally 𝗏𝗏𝗃's original body. Like, I don't get it. It is I now remember everything. Much time has passed both for you and me. It really is absurd. This is exactly the scenario that I strove to avoid when I was still in my prototypical form. It pushes you to cliff edges, a little bit like the worst of nemesis. Avoid, and that is why I tried to persuade 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗵𝗆 and Alice to stop her before she decided to begin the final experiment. Wait, he asked them to stop 𝗓𝗃𝗫? Why? After all, the authority that the primordial human wields may as well be a deathly venom to humans and fae who carry mixed desires within them. What? So the blue algae think that snake that they betray because of you. Stop both 𝗓𝗃𝗫 in and gain what they wanted in this way. Each of them was driven in their own way by their ideals or perhaps ambitions that would see them transcend all life that provided simple to use. Our dear 𝗓𝗃𝗫, our lovely 𝗓𝗃𝗫, the results she possessed seem all the more unusual, did it not? What? And so I incited them to divide me up, split me into pieces then, to betray. For if I were to become the primordial human, become a transcendent one, just as I am now, that would mean that the world was about to undergo an inexorable revolution. The beast mocked me, for it believed its mission fulfilled, and I, despite feeling my duties with all my mind, wound up here all the same. Because You left no place for yourself in the world that would be born from these fresh schematics, did you? What? Wait, wait, am I dumb? Wait, so she wanted to change the world and just leave the world, not be in it and not live in it. So you want everyone, all the people in this world, to live in a world you created, and you just gonna go peace. You're just gonna leave like it has nothing to do with you. Like, how does that even make any sense? In a nation of everlasting love, I believe in His Majesty the Tsar and in His wish. Okay, but those who have lost faith must be banished from the new world, the realm of eternal love. Right to enter that love. What? I am losing my brain cells right now. It is more akin to being slain. I rate eternal love, eternal overflow over eternal joy. Those who trust not to love and joy cannot enter this realm. So you are gonna kill everyone, a lot of people. It is precisely one who does not trust either who could fashion such a cruel plan. This the loving 𝗬𝗟𝗪 had long realized. Okay, he chose me. This is my duty, my sole purpose for living, even if I cannot step in to the new world. Cornerstone forged from my course, that an eternity of love can be attained without His Majesty's plan. Like, nothing is eternal, even if it's be it love, overflow, or joy. Like, nothing is eternal. That's where you're wrong. Erosion of time by the witherings of the spirit, the shivering. You know, I think this is why you shouldn't live for a long time. Like, it's exactly because she is lived for a long time. Like, she is older than 500 years old. It's because of that she thinks like this. What choice can you make at this point? None. You know this as well. Recalled all. What more now that I have become the primordial hero? Wait, why do you not? Why can't you refuse? I don't gauge. Open the gates to the court of bliss. Might there be another chance? Both of us? Wait, I would like to show actions. I would like you to answer a question of mine. You seek your sibling and you have traveled the world to understand her, to see the things that you missed out, experiencing alongside her, to stand before her. Wait, how does he know about us? This did we told him like okay? But if the gap between you is too great, and you in the end find that she no longer what you thought imagined, that your once beloved kin is kin no longer, damn, that she has changed and become another person, someone you never imagined she might, you never imagined wouldn't change. I mean, Paimon is also wrong. She could change, you know. If she changes, love her once again. Yep, sounds about right. I have to do it. So, whoever or something that changed is because of that she's doing this. Better by far than any answer I imagined I would get. What's to be done? Whomsoever loves should share the burden of destiny with the ones he loves. And merge with all our plans. Why do you wish to stop it? Okay.
悪くない収穫だ。リロード。これでも食らえ。
Wait, why are you taking cover, girl? Like, okay, are you serious right now? Yeah, hit yourself. Wait, her health is not going down. I think it's fixed or something. But where is she? Wait, who am I supposed to hit? Are you serious right now? Okay. But that thing looks crazy, like. I don't get it. How the heck am I supposed to get? Okay.
モード切り替え。
Bro, this thing looks crazy, like the energy leakage detected in the target. Body of mine is pretty useful. What? Holy. Okay, I might die here.
蒼天
Okay, I see something,
Second
but
one.
should I go there?
Reload.
Okay, the thing is, I want to come back though.
面倒だ
Okay, 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 never mind then.
リズムに乗って
Return your weak. What? You can use that? Bruh. Heat energy detected, weak point. There?
リロード
Defeat final protocol initiated. What?
やったよっ
I don't get it. Oh, I'm supposed to. Okay, my bad. Where am I going? Like, am I not supposed to shoot? There?
Reload.
Holy, what the hell? Where is this? I want that. So we just killed primordial human then. Like, what is the point of everything? I wonder what 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶𝘆 will say about this. Just killed and left his body in the shadow there. He's still alive. Is it still there? Oh. Yeah, of course.
蒼天
We couldn't see that. Cutscene. The door to the world is closed. The one behind you tall trembles as though she can lose case of clinging to his shoulders with several shadows. It shed its giant form. Then he appears. What? He appears. Then the will that once dwelt within 𝗕𝗏𝗃 now truly possesses a body no different from that of an ordinary person, and now bears the very appearance of Char in his youth. And so only two remain in this world of shadows, the one within the egg and the one outside it. Only the betrayer and the betrayed, only the one who falls in love with the first person they see upon opening their eyes, and the beloved who knows neither now nor sorrow. I am so confused. At the end of the day, I haven't been able to do anything in time. What a shame. This was the sole great endeavor I was meant to undertake. You have done enough. You endured the passage of time for so long even in such a place. Wait, his eyes also looks like the 𝗬𝘃𝗃's child, like Kandrian's. I guess that makes sense, you know? Burned so strongly that even the branches of it had to bend low for you to the point where you could escape from his face. Was largely thanks to his Mihoyo's aid. He said it was the last thing he could do for me. Oh, and lost everything. And where are we willing to go now? Endless depths of Shadow Realm, tumbling for 500 years, and another 5 thereafter. Okay, we could face. There is no His Majesty the Belitsa, no primordial human. Here there is no court jester of Snezhnaya and no 𝗕𝗏𝗃, no other Fae. Here we do not even need names. A world as small as a walnut shell, just the two of us at the very end. Bruh, they could just go and live, like, never be worthy of setting foot in a world like this. Why should we fear love's fading, that we should insist that it stand a ton high pace? I was right. Imprisoned as it was within an eggshell, yet in the end build another shell. It has been from the start pushing you to the truth of the world, and bearing that indignation. I asked Sir, what is the point of an egg that does not allow the life within it to emerge from the shell? Why does it exist in this universe at all? But I never received the answer I wished for to have from him. Well, what if getting outside is bad? What about now? Do you still think this way? You find the answer to that question. You all know the answer, don't you? Whether it gives or takes position, outward expression of love always reflects what lies within in some way. To love yourself, to be saved, must be strong enough to save the entire world. I should love myself first. I would fall into error just as I have today. Magnificent. Bruh. All the things you wanted. Why am I only now realizing that I too once longed for those? I didn't really. Okay, so all this time it was for love. Okay, so maybe I am dumb for asking this question. I thought 𝗏𝗧𝗃. Okay, let me put it this way. 𝗧𝘃 is 𝗏𝗧's daughter, right? Then what do you mean he didn't have love? Like, who's the mother of 𝗧𝘃 then? Is it not 𝗓𝗃? Am I dumb? Okay, let's say it's not 𝗓𝗃. Then I don't get it. I'm so confused. Am I dumb? I don't think we will ever see them again. Damn. Several times at cracking the mechanism, but the only was that she answers is the cold, lifeless one. This is how some of its ability, it's really is nothing more than well a pair of goggles at this point. Interesting. To that quote of bliss or whatever, but Paimon thinks that he was pretty cool and help. Even if one day the whole world were to turn against you, Paimon will stand by you no matter what. See, this is what I mean. Now that 𝗏𝗧's body has gone missing, we are going to be in big trouble if someone sees us, right? I really want 𝗧𝘃 to mention this whole quest, this whole situation. That is true. We are getting out of here fast. 1000 affection. Wait, there is still something here. Or is that just a fight, I think. What?
いいものがたくさん手に入ったね。
Wait, I don't know. Can I do something here? Like, huh? Wait, I really lost the goggles? Oh, it's here. Open Fab Vision. Wow. Oh, it's refreshed.
一休み。
I need to choose the guns and grenades. Okay. The heck?
いい感じ。どれも大事な物資だ。
Grenade launcher. Like actually though, like can I not do anything here? Ah, interesting. Okay. I guess not. Just like that, it's over. Meeting point reward. Okay. Oh, wow, it's already 10:30. Okay, we got one quest. Interesting. Okay, let's see. How is this only 90, bro? I'm pretty sure I did everything, right? Just let me just go back. Raised to a certain level in the current area, the compass can also be used to locate shadows in drop. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got a couple of things here. Wait, how the heck did I miss this one? Wait, I think it's below me. Yep. Then the chest is here. Okay, all of chests are inside except for this one. How the heck do I
reload?
wait? These guys spawn, respawn? Wait, is that just a material? Wait, we should farm them. The heck? Wait, this is also at the same. It's also here. Oh. Wow, my aim is... Don't even... How the heck do I go here? Is this the throne? Oh right, I think it is. It's the throne room, right? Which was... somewhere here. On do not trigger. Oh, yep. Never mind. Wait, so there are things here. Is it? It's right here.
玉切れだ。
It could be at above.
やった。装填。
The heck? Wait, what is this? Alright. Oh, this is how it goes.
いいものがたくさん手に入ったね。
Interesting. Mm.
装填。
Wait, we got enemies here. Wait, if the body is gone, will these still grow? Shouldn't this be also gone since it's part of his body? Okay. How the heck did I miss this thing, huh? What? Bruh, this crap. Stupid crap. Okay, nothing is here. Then still 94. Let's go here. Ah, there are still stuff. It's right here. Ah. Oh. The heck?
行け。
Oh. Oh, what the? Of course. Are you serious right now? Okay, I cannot tell which is the faster here. Oh, if we are not gliding, we would lose. I am dumb. I was supposed to use, but never mind. Bro, why is it like loses control? Like, I don't get it. Wait, I don't need to go to the edge. It's like I can go in the middle and it collects everything. Yep.
悪くない収穫だ。
Okay,悪くない収穫だ. Go here. Do that. None. So let's go outside because I'm pretty sure outside might have some stuff. Or not. Nice. Maybe here? Yep. Wait, how did I not? Okay. That's weird. You would think I would have collected it. The heck? Okay, what was that? Okay. Just for the Oculus? Oh, the Oculus did count. Okay. Then we are done with this place. I was supposed to do something. Right, let's go here because I wasn't able to go for the past 2 days. Well, yesterday and today. So.
この同点
So a train. The heck? Right here. Are you serious? Wood depot? So which one was it? The heck? Never mind.
同点に。
Next day we will unlock all the 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶 waypoints and do the stuff related to Shadow Realm, all the other quests as well. So which we will do like tomorrow. Ah. Sounds like Pinky Panther music, right?
とそれほっ
But it's taking a long time. We don't have missions yet. You know, I will just do something else. Kitchen.
せ
Is that not 𝗧𝘀𝗵𝗶𝘆? Oh wait, is that 𝗧𝘂 then? Okay. Tarzan. Shilolin, but does she have? Okay, nice. We just need to do one more round. I will just do the tic-tac-toe, that will be faster. That's where you kept. Okay, weird. Uh, Wait. Oh, even these. Okay, we were done with those machines. Okay. We don't have to play them. Um. Bruh. Oh, nah. Wait, we got a train and oh, we got her photo as well. Man, those guys didn't deserve whatever happened to them. Shadow Realm Analyzer. Okay, by doing all the quests without doing anything related to Shadow Realm, that's all we could level up to. Even those are not leveled. Floating base. Edge of survival, sure. The heck? Ah, okay, it is these things. 1, 2, and then 5. Okay. Which makes sense. Lost village. Let's quickly unlock this thing. I think we can go behind here. Wait. The heck? Oh, from here? From here? The heck? Wait, what? Supposed to. There are two ways to go, but what? Where exactly? Like this? Here? Okay. Wonder what this destination of her. I guess technically it doesn't make sense that this snow place would have an underground, right? Whoa, that's a huge crescent. There's a thing here, but Royal Energy Commission Snishna. Something's off. She's the chairperson, acting chair. Okay, I didn't even do it. Previous chairperson passed away from sudden illness not long ago since the Energy Commission sent me the chairperson. I wonder who the chairperson was then. We have to go up, I think, or wait. Is it below somewhere? The heck? Where the heck is this thing? It's telling me that it's at the center above. Yeah, this is the same place, and this is yeah. So this is right here. Huh? Okay. Or is it below? Okay, I'm stuck. How the... Oh, from here? I can hear it, but where? Can I not hear from this way? I don't see it here. I think it's... Wait, now it's telling me that it's below. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's behind this thing. Interesting. And that's it. Nothing here. Interesting that even above we don't have any things. Other than these three oculi, we don't have much in here. Yeah. We can do these tomorrow. So far we are at 5,000, 6,000 primogems with 52 wishes. So we got 37. So we are at like 85 wishes, which is not bad, but we won't, unless we trigger 5-star early, we won't guarantee 𝗬𝘂, because I don't have a guaranteed wish right now. My last was 50-50 that I won for Sandron. Yeah, here. Well, we at least did 5, 10, 15, 20. We did 20. So maybe we can trigger 5-star early, but yeah, we will have to see. But at the same time, since we still have it some time, we will have enough time, I think, for 𝗬𝘂. Maybe. At least next update should cover. Does it though? Maybe we might have a chance to have. We might have a chance to have 𝗬𝘂 guaranteed, but we will see about that when we get there. Wow. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. We will continue the story and explore more. Bye bye.